Hello. This is going to be an unscripted jaw-jacking with James, and this time I'm going to be a little bit more prepared for it. When I did my rant on the Fallout TV series, I had to either periodically pause or take a quick glance at the Fallout wiki, because either I mixed up some things, or I forgot some things, or I just flat out forgot that I forgot that I forgot. But anyway, I'm a little bit more prepared now. Right before starting, I made sure to have the Fallout wiki ready, and in case I forgot something, because you spend give or take 16 years playing a game over a game series over 3 games over 16 years. Yeah, you tend to forget some things, or some things mesh together, or you have a similar experience, and it just kind of all bonds together into one thing. So, got it ready, be more prepared. Let's go on to the me experiencing and talking about what I've done when I played my first introduction to Fallout back in 2018. 2018. 2008. God, I'm even messing up dates now. Well, with age comes just saying whatever comes to your mind, even if it's completely wrong. You know what I'm saying? Older listeners will get me. You say things and then you realize that was wrong. Might as well keep saying it anyway. What have you. Moving on. I'm going to talk about back in 2008. Uh, I believe it was after my birthday. I think I was I want to say 17. I give or take when I got Fallout 3. Yeah. I don't even know my own personal lore, but I know all about Fallout lore. The irony of that. I'll have to write my own lore sometime if I can remember. But anyway, I had a I got a PS3 for Christmas, and I only had I think 2 games for it, and it became very clear that I didn't know this at the time that the PS3 was not backwards compatible with the PS2. The PS2 was backwards compatible with the PlayStation. That was something that really pissed me off. So periodically back then, I would just switch out the connecting cables between my PS3 and PS2, and I would play games on my PS2. And then if I wanted to play a game on my PS3, I'd just switch out the cables. They were dark times, before you could do conversions with a remote. And plus, I had a older, box TV just sitting in my room. Yeah, they were the dark times. The dark times we don't want to go back to. But yeah, that's how I got my fun. But one of the other factors I want to bring up is the PS3 came with the because I got it in the collector's not the collector's box, the well, back when they still had gave you 2 controllers, console, and everything you needed for it. They also had the promotion DVD that you would get with your PS3, and a booklet, so you could go through launch titles or things that are coming. And I believe Fallout 3 was on it, and I was like, wow, I have to get this game. And I kept looking it up, and I'm like, ooh, Fallout 3, I've got to play this Fallout 3. And then I didn't. I think. Yeah, I definitely know. I had to wait till my birthday in order to get the collector's edition of Fallout 3, which has the. It comes in a Voltec um, lunchbox with the game, with a collector's behind the scene concept art booklet, which I still have, bobblehead, which is on my desk and I'm looking at right now, and I think that was it. Yeah, no, I definitely know that was it. And the whole time this is back in the back when Best Buy was still like a great place to go, and yeah, I had to beg my dad to be like, hey, can we go to Best Buy? I have the money. Can I buy this game? And he's like, sure. And the whole trip home, I'm just looking at the box, looking at the lunchbox container. I'm just got this stupid smile on my face, and he's like, "You're." My dad's just looking over at me while driving, like it's like, you're just very excited, aren't you? And I was like, yeah, like you got this new toy, and you just can't wait. And I get home, and the first time I'm experiencing seeing downloading game, I'm like, what? Because I'm still used to the PS2 where you just put in the game disc and you can just start playing. That's an aspect of gaming I miss, where you can just put the game in and start playing it. I know technology has completely changed since then, but it's just I just want to play the game. Like, you have all this hype, you gotta play the game. So I wait for the game to download, and at that point it was just like, whoa. Like, the music starts playing, the dun 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 dun. The whole song goes. I've heard the song. I could hear it and be like, "That's the Fallout theme." I know that's the Fallout theme, but for the life of me, I cannot say it. I cannot like sing it. I'd have to like hear it, be like, "Oh, it's that song." Well, anyway, so yeah, I start a new game, and I actually kind of mostly remember my first playthrough of Fallout 3 out of the. Oof, I'll just put it out right away that both like when I had my PS3 before it like completely crapped out on me, it just stopped working one day. I kept playing it consistently for I want to say about let me see, I got my PS4 in 2016. So give or take, I had consistently been playing it since 2007. So that's about 8 years of just consecutive playing, and I had gone through so many playthroughs and had finally gotten to like the perfect mesh to like whenever I started a new game, I knew immediately all the things to do. Go right to Megaton, go to the back of Megaton where there's the hollowed out rock where you can get a sniper rifle right away. Um, then I know to go into Megaton, um, start the first quest of deactivating the bomb. Um, Making sure to get both the pulse charge from Mr. Brooke, and but deactivating the bomb, and then killing Mr. Burke so he can't kill the sheriff, and then getting a home right away. So I have some place to drop all my stuff and a place to sleep, and you get Codsworth, the um, robot butler. So you already knocking out like give or take like 5 stones at once, and then making sure not to get the bobblehead that's in the sheriff's house, and waiting to get that till later in the game, because it later, like when they put out DLC, like when they put out one of the first DLC, no, the third DLC, Broken Steel, upped the level cap to 30. And one of the perks was called Almost Perfect, where it turned all of your special skills all the way to 9. I made sure to wait to get all of the special bobbleheads that will increase your special skill by 1. So some of them I looked at when I got to the area where they were, and I would say, not yet, but I'll come back for you, not yet. Yeah, that was my strategy. But in my first playthrough, I left the vault and, just caught in the awe of, like, new game. At the time, like, whoa, oh my god. The wasteland. Whoa. I went in the opposite direction of Megaton and just walked on and ran around, got in fights, died a whole bunch, had to go back from, save points. There's this one part where I'm outside of, I think I'm near the Roosevelt Academy. I think that's what it was called in-game. Let's take a look here. It was It was out in the waste towards the western part of the map, and it was called, I have all the locations here, I just clicked on them. Where is it? I know I saw it. It's not showing up. Why is it not showing up? I know it's around here somewhere. Yep, it was Roosevelt Academy. Oh my god, Jesus. I was right and I didn't know I was right. It's nice to be right. But yeah, I was outside of it near the location that I can't remember. I think it is marked. Like, there's these bombed out estates, and right outside of it is a checkpoint, a military checkpoint from pre-war that had a Mr. Gutsy that was guarding it. And I went through so many, back to autosave, resave, reload, trying to prove a point to defeat this Mr. Gutsy. And at some point, I'm just like, fuck it. And I went the opposite way and through, just walking around, doing this, doing that. I finally get to Big Town, and I start doing the quest Trouble in Little Big Town. And at one point, I picked up a sawed-off shotgun, but I hadn't fully figured out about the, repair thing, repair skill, where, if you have the same weapon, you can repair the lesser weapon to repair the current weapon. And I didn't get that concept, so I'm fighting super mutants at low level with a low conditioned sawed off shotgun, and I have limited ammo on it. I think like I had 30 rounds or so. So I'm trying to fight them, dying a lot, of course. And right when I go right up to a super mutant to, close range, hit him in the face, the shotgun breaks, and then I die. And that wasn't good. So I have to constantly like pick up weapons, throw down weapons, and complete the quest. You know, luckily I complete the quest, and yeah, it was one of my early game mistakes, and eventually I get redirected back, and I make it to Megaton, and then I actually do start the main quest of going to Megaton, uh, then being directed to go to Galaxy News Radio, fix the radio. That it didn't go very well though. It was also a tough slog of having to fight every single super mutant ever. Um, then I get back, I fix that, and then you're directed to Rivet City, and the game starts to get smoother for me in that first playthrough. It starts to, because now I have compiled ammunition. Now I'm starting to get things, and it's only, I think like late game when you start fighting like the Enclave after doing the quest with Project Purity, and after they take control of it, that I start getting it, and then you finish the game, and then it's over. And I did a mostly good playthrough if it was just, kind of scatterbrained in it. My second playthrough, I tried to do the evil playthrough just to see what it was, and wow, I could do some evil things. Like, there's the obvious, blowing up Megaton, but there's also you could pretty much, excluding the kid characters, you can pretty much, unless they're marked essential, you can pretty much kill almost anything and everything in there, excluding child characters and marked essential characters. It's like if they're essential, they're marked essential and they are unkillable. But it took some time for me to get to who knows how many playthroughs I did. But I got to a point where even now I have it on Steam on my computer. I know exactly where to go. I know what levels to do what at. I have a full understanding of almost everything that goes on in Fallout 3. Like, I know to start the first quest, to get the house in Megaton, and you can also get the other like low-level quests that benefit you long term, like doing the Wasteland Survival Guide with Moira. It may be tedious, but overall and long term, it benefits you to do it, because you also get the boost from random encounters of random citizens saying, "I'm up to 2 meals a day thanks to the Wasteland Survival Guide." Oh, you wrote it? Well, thank you for that, good sir. Yeah, that sort of thing. But yeah, no, I have it like to the letter. I know exactly what levels to start the Pit DLC, what levels to start the Operation Anchorage. I know to do in the order. It's like I do Anchorage first to get the stealth suit, because the stealth suit is one of the most useful items you can get in the game, because you get a stealth field, so you're wearing a stealth boy basically. Yeah, and basically you can just sneak around everywhere and either fight when you need to or don't. Because what I've done is I've perfected the art of being, the stealthy hero, but I have heavy investment in gun stealth and science most of the time because one of the ones you don't have to worry about is medicine in game because the medicine bobblehead is in your dad's work office early in game, and you can just immediately grab it, and it's already there, and it'll stay in your inventory until you remove it. So that's something. So your medicine's already got a boost to it. That way, it makes it better to use stem packs and red X in game. And if a medical check comes up, you can already be like, oh yeah, I'm already good at this. So that's one of the things I exclude. But yeah, I know I have the perfect system of like every little level getting getting the comprehension, getting the father's. These are all perks, by the way. Getting the comprehension, like father like son perk, I believe it's called. Let me see. I believe the toughness perk is available early on. Yeah. So I start getting those easy perks that help long term. Like with the comprehension, instead of a skill book giving you 1 point to your skills, it gives you 2. And that 2 is a lot better than 1. And also my character I always make sure my character has high intelligence, because with high intelligence you get more skill points. So I always invest in intelligence and perception mostly, because it just helps in combat with perception. Your strength can be average, your endurance can be average, but I always put intelligence, persuasion, and agility, because agility helps with stealth. Yeah, that's my playthrough. That's what I do. So, but yeah, I do all the. I mean, like if you do all the easy quests, those where you fight the giant fire ants, Wasteland Survival Guide, There Be Trouble in Erifu, the alleged vampires. Let me see what other early quests. I'm trying to think. Oh, Replication Man. That's how you get the really good plasma rifle, the A321 plasma rifle. Yeah, pretty much is the best plasma rifle and energy weapon you can get up until you start seeing super mutant overlords. If you have the, well, it's standard now, but if you didn't have the broken steel, you wouldn't get super mutant overlords. And the only thing that tops that plasma rifle is the tri-beam laser rifle. So yeah, that's something to consider if you so choose. But yeah, I've also, like, you start certain DLCs at a certain time, and yeah, in the order I do Operation Anchorage, then the Pit, then I do go through with doing the post Broken Steel, where you fight the Enclave and finish off the Enclave, and then I do the Point Lookout, and then I do Mothership Zeta last. It just felt right to do it like that. I don't know why, it just felt right. But yeah, that's my play style, and I also try to also keep the Chinese stealth suit with me all through the game, because I like to sneak around, and usually later in the game I just go around and go to Enclave outposts or Raider outposts, and I clean house with them, and that's something I do. That's what I do in game, and it's funny because I've done so many playthroughs where I have that consistent, getting the stealth suit, doing things in that order, and then in between doing certain things in order, all I do is go to places, wipe out enemies, get ammo, get weapons, get stuff to sell, get experience, so I can level up more. That way, late game, when you do like the really, really big quests, like Project Purity, where you go with Liberty Prime to take back the Purifier, or you're high level and fight in the Enclave in Broken Steel, it just makes it a lot easier. And by then I have all the advanced power armor and all the best weapons. I will say that getting some of the best of the best weapons requires you to get that Chinese stealth suit, because it makes it a lot easier to get those special weapons. Like one weapon that's really hard to get is the weapon is a Gatling laser gun, and it's called Vengeance, and it's in a pool of blood in the Death Call Sanctuary in the far back of the cave, on the other side of the map, far away from everything, and inside the cave is a give or take, like, one time I did it, and at that point in that game, at that point in that save, like, I went there again and did another count. You're talking like 18 to 20 death claws in the cave, and one death claw is a problem in Fallout 3. Imagine 18 to 20. Yeah, that would be a problem. But yeah, the thing you have to do is sneak in there. Don't go near or allow the Deathclaws to like pass by you very closely, because they will detect you and it will ruin it. And then another one will hear everything that's going on. That'll attack you, and then another one, and another one. Yeah, that happened to me one time. I just paused and reloaded right before it happened, and just waited for it. And that's the thing. Also, the Deathclaws are all just chilling and walking slow. So, oh, there's also a bobblehead in there, plus several skill books, plus a lot of caps and ammo and all sorts of weapons. So it's completely worth it. Oh, there's also one of the best melee weapons in there too. It's called Jack, and it's a Ripper, and the Rippers are handheld chainsaws. They're pretty rad. They're handheld combat chainsaws, and this one's called Jack, and it's on a dead Enclave officer. But it's relatively easier to find, because once you find it, to find a dead Enclave officer, that's where you find it. With Vengeance, the Gatling laser rifle, you have to wait till you hear a splashing sound, and then you'll know. And once you see a pool with a red pool with body parts in it, that's when you know you found it. And then like inside of it is the weapon, and believe me, it is worth it to get it, because it is a laser lawnmower to enemies that don't have high damage resistance. And if you have like perks that are dedicated to like taking heavy damage, this thing will just be an amplifier. I don't know the exact. Let's take a quick gander at let me see where the weapons. Gotta go to weapons in here. Weapon. Oh, there it is, weapons. And we want to go to let's see. Oh, Vengeance. There it is. Yeah. Looking on it. Pop-ups. And yeah, it does significantly more damage. I'm trying to look up complete stats. So it does 11 damage, 11 physical damage, but like, oh, damage per projectile, so it does 11 per projectile. But damage per second is 220. But it's more durable, so you can get off more rounds. Yeah, and I'm looking at the map of the cave. Oh, yeah, Jack and the Vengeance are right near each other, but Vengeance is all the way in the back. But, yeah, it's one of the better guns to get. But it's a use it sparingly kind of weapon, I would say. There's a lot better, weapons that are a bit easier. Just trying to think of just the regular assault rifle or Chinese assault rifle in-game are just way better. However, there is one special Chinese assault rifle called the Jianglong assault rifle. It's actually one of my favorite guns in the game. It's a unique Chinese assault rifle, and the way to get it is you have to go to the Museum of Technology and do an unmarked quest called Jig's Loot. And you actually have to know math. If you don't know the math, then you could just, look up on the wiki here. But obviously, Jinglong means black dragon, so it's the black dragon rifle. Little Chinese lore, behind the scenes Chinese lore, scholar lore. But yeah, that's one of my favorite weapons in the game. It's also very loud. The other favorite one I have is the pacifier, which is a suppressed assault rifle you get in the pit. That's also one of my other favorite weapons because I use it all the time. I used it all the time. It's easy to get because, well, not easy, but, well, you have to play the whole pit DLC and you'll see what I mean. Let me just check. Yeah, I can make it go longer. I'm at 34 minutes. Why not? I'm talking about Fallout. It's like I love talking about. If you're listening, that means you like hearing about it. I've actually got a lot of I'm gonna do another video on Fallout New Vegas, and then I'm gonna go up to Fallout 4, which technically I've been playing more consistently and longer than Fallout 3 and New Vegas. Will I say Fallout 4 is better than Fallout 3? You can do more in Fallout 4 than Fallout 3, but Fallout 3 is a little better than Fallout 4 in terms of story and uh, what goes on in the story and the quests that are in it and the personal memories I have with it. Fallout 4 has more stuff to do, like the settlement building. Some people don't like the settlement building, but I actually really loved that aspect of it, and would have liked if they, fine-tuned and made it a bit better. I mean, I have mods now, and they've fixed some of the issues that's wrong with the settlement building system from Fallout 4. But I'll go into that when I make that video. In Fallout 3, and I just want to make very clear that I think New Vegas was one of the best RPGs I ever played. Just going to put that out there. If Todd Howard ever hears about that, just know you made two good games. Leave it at that. But if you made Fallout New Vegas, that would have been 3 for 3. But so far, you're 2 for 2. I haven't played Skyrim, so I don't know. And it's not like there aren't 4,000 different ways I could play it. But we'll see what happens. I mean, we'll see one of these days. But he still made Fallout 76. And that'll always strain our relationship, even though we don't have one. It just works, doesn't it, Todd? It just works. Anyway. Fallout 3. Let's get back on that topic. I don't think it was ever not fun for me to play. It's just a newer game came out, and that new game was Fallout New Vegas. And that kind of different experience was better than what was in Fallout 3. But when I had both games, I would play one for one type of experience. You know, that kind of western feel of being home on the range, your jingle, jangle, jingle, your big iron, your Johnny guitar. And then I would go to Fallout for that more isolation. I don't want to set the world on fire. I only want to set a fire in your heart kind of vibe. Because both are very different in terms of their vibe, their experience, stories, themes. Like Fallout 3 is about the emptiness, the desolation, the loss of everything, and trying to scratch back to life. Where in New Vegas, you have life, but it's the struggle of opposing sides and the overall theme of letting go of the past, which is a constant theme in all of New Vegas. And I'll go into that when I do that video, because I have a lot to say about that. So I'm going to end it here for now and put my thoughts together and make, hopefully probably within the next day, a video about Fallout New Vegas, because I keep talking about it, and I want to keep this about Fallout 3, but I keep mentioning that, so I'm going to end it, yeah. And I just want to let the listener know that I appreciate you sticking around, listening this long to me ranting about a game that's over 16 years old, and I thank you for that. And if you could give me a subscription and possibly look at my subscribe and follow me, and look at some of my other socials and give me a follow and a like there, and tell me how great I'm doing or how bad I'm doing, or if I need to do some improvements. whatever I can do to make you, listener, come back again and stick around for a little bit. And it was nice having you here, and just remember that I appreciate you and want you to stick around. So you have a good day now. Toodaloo, okie dokie.